Pisces, welcome to your reading. This is going to be for the next 10 days. It is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. If this one doesn't resonate, definitely check out those other placements. It is a general reading, so it may not resonate for everyone who watches. So we're going to get into your recent past, your current energy, and the near future. And then we'll take a peek into your person's energy and your energy and see what's going on there. So a huge thank you to everyone who is returning. If you are new, welcome. I hope you'll stay. I do am available for personal readings. So if you'd like one of those, the info's in the description box below this video or any video and in my about section. All right, I just saw the Hermit card. It jumped out. Let's see what's going on for you. In the recent past, we have the Queen of Swords in reverse, and then the Seven of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups in reverse. Now, in the current energy, we have the High Priestess with the Two of Swords and the Two of Wands. And the near future, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Look at that. Big changes. The Justice in reverse, and then the Page of Swords in reverse. So the overall energy for you for the next 10 days, I think this is Spirit asking you to, in a sense, get out of your head. If there's something that you've been going back and forth about, I can see where it was difficult in the recent past to make a decision. So I don't think you're going to feel as imbalanced over the next several weeks. I feel like the next 10 days, this is going to be a big, big thing that pops up into your awareness. Like, where in your life have you not been able to make really solid decisions, or where you question yourself? Really, when we go back and forth about different things in our life, it's because we question, are we making the right decision? In this case, I think Spirit's really trying to say, as long as you're honest with yourself and you know that it's something that feels right to you, right in your body, then you can never make the wrong choice. There's always going to be something valuable that comes out of whatever choice you do make. And it seems as though that's what you're being kind of pressed to focus on, is to make solid decisions and just trust. And whatever the outcome is, you'll learn to deal with it probably better than you may have in the past. I think there's a lot more balance in your life, which is good, because when you can balance your energies, it definitely makes it easier for you to make the choices that you need to make that feel right for you. All right, so in the recent past with the Queen of Swords in reverse, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. Now, this is a strong lesson around not speaking your mind and not feeling as though you're being heard. So if you don't speak up about how you feel and you're waiting for somebody with the Seven of Pentacles, it's exactly what I feel like they're telling me. If you're waiting for somebody to figure out what it is you think and feel because you assume that they should know what's best, or they should know you well enough to do the right thing, this is kind of like, no, there needs to be a switch in that perception, because people don't really understand us at the core of who we are. It doesn't matter how long you've known someone. You may think they know you inside and out, and really they don't. Especially if you're in the process of learning to love yourself, because you could be showing one side of you and then another side of you pops up. So in the beginning, we're always wanting to put our best foot forward when we meet people. And at times that can be a little bit misleading. Not saying that you're doing it on purpose or anything like that. It's just that when we really want to be liked, or we really like someone, all of the things that we desire, especially if we don't feel like we deserve them really deep down inside, we can tend to show one side of ourselves, and then later on we start to have expectations, or things start to shift and change. And this is a sense of, don't wait for people to figure out who you are. Show them right off the bat. Speak your truth about who you are. If somebody doesn't like it, that's their problem, not yours. So you being honest with yourself and truly loving you enough is going to help you express exactly who you are. It can be really difficult to feel rejected by people because they just aren't either someone who gets you, or someone who understands like the way you do things or the way you perceive things. All of those things come into play when we meet people. But it's one of the hardest life lessons to learn that not everybody's going to like you. And it's better to just be upfront than to wait and see how they're going to respond to you if you show yourself fully to them later on. Okay, so we'll get into clarifying that in just a moment. So in the current energy, we have the High Priestess, the Two of Swords in reverse, and the Two of Wands. Clearly, something's going to snap because you're not going to be going back and forth. If you're having to make a tough decision about something that isn't fulfilling you anymore because maybe now you have different expectations, you've learned to love you more, and you don't want things to look the same way that they have, Spirit's saying trust it, because if this isn't going anywhere with the Two of Wands in reverse, then the decision shouldn't be difficult for you. And I think that's what's coming up. It doesn't matter if it's a relationship or a friendship, whatever's going on in your life right now that you had a decision to make about where you may have been going back and forth. This is saying if it doesn't have a future, if you don't feel like it's going to go anywhere, then it's time to make that choice. And I think it's going to be pretty easy for you. This is energy that's coming up currently. So trust that whatever your body is telling you, whatever you're feeling really strongly, that it's the right thing. Because that'll be the first indication. Anything you feel in your gut, in your skin, just any part of your body that feels something, or you get that thought in your mind and you in the past may have ignored that. In this case, I don't think you're going to. You're actually going to follow through with it. So in the near future, this is what I would say would be the outcome, because you've come to this place where you're not going to wait to see if somebody's going to come around or whatever it is that you're trying to make this decision about. You're going to make the right one. And because you do go about it this way, the Wheel of Fortune is saying that's when everything changes. That's when any injustices that you've experienced in your life or you feel are injustices will actually clear themselves. So the Page of Swords in reverse just says maybe at this particular moment in the near future, you don't necessarily want to speak it out to the world that this is the place that you've come to. But as you start to change, so will the things in your outer world. So you may see that people approach you differently. Maybe people won't approach you at all anymore. And that's a good thing, actually. Be excited that those types of energies aren't going to be coming towards you that create that imbalance in your life. When you change, that changes. All right, so let's clarify the Queen of Swords in reverse with the Seven of Pentacles. If you've been needing to speak up in a job situation and you have held back, I think this is Spirit saying don't wait any longer. There's a bit of I'm not sure energy, like, can I really do this? Will they think I'm good enough? Maybe at times you don't think you are. Maybe you want to ask for a raise and you haven't had the gumption to go and do it. This is kind of an indication that you need to do it. Don't wait anymore. It's time. And that's could be the decision, you going back and forth. Like, I just heard ultimatum. So you may be giving them an ultimatum. Either I get a pay raise or I get a change, or I'm not going to stick around. I'm going to have to make a decision, because if this isn't moving forward, then I need to do what's going to give me the outcome, which is balance in your life. 1, 2, probably more money and peace, really, when you follow something that is truly desirable to you. And sometimes you can love a job for 15 years and decide, okay, it's just not for me anymore. So some of you could have been in this job for a long period of time and you've been waiting for things to either shift and change, and they just aren't. And that's for a reason. It's because you're being pushed in a new direction. All right, so let's see with the Queen of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. So we have the King of Swords in reverse. So you have the King and Queen. Okay, so this is a totally different scenario, but I just felt that there may be two people who have an attraction to each other. It could be at work and you're not speaking up about it, either one of you. I'm giggling because I feel the energy. It's like somebody, it's there, but neither of you is saying anything. Both of you are kind of waiting to see if the other's going to do it. I think there might be a part of you that's a little afraid to admit it. This could just be anyone. It doesn't have to be someone at work. And I also think that person has some insecurities as well. So they may not be able to express themselves. This just feels like a hidden situation. I think you'll know who I'm talking about if this resonates for you. Okay, let's look at the Seven of Pentacles with the Queen of Cups in reverse. Then we have the Ace of Wands. So that new, remember I said, follow what really feels like it lights you up inside. And that's what's happening in the recent past. You're getting fired up about a new beginning. And that's what's going to stop you from going back and forth or having any problems making a decision. It's beautiful. Something new is coming in for you. You're going to know that feeling, or you're going to know what I'm talking about, because that feeling is going to arise in you when you listen to this. You're going to go, ooh, yep, that's it. That's what I'm really passionate about, and that's what I want to follow through with. Okay, the High Priestess and the Two of Swords in reverse. So the Seven of Wands in reverse. This is allowing yourself to be vulnerable to the right situations. So if you trust your intuition and you open yourself up, you find that you're not in a place of feeling defensive, which means that you can be open to the right types of energies without getting yourself hurt because you're on high alert. All right, the Two of Swords with the Two of Wands in reverse. And then the Queen of Pentacles in reverse just says that anything that creates any kind of instability, and doesn't seem like it's going anywhere, this is the time when I feel like you're going to make a decision to cut those things out. So you're going to know what I'm talking about. Sometimes at the end of the year, we start to feel a little feisty, like we know that there's new coming with the new year, and you could be feeling that way. If you were feeling like you don't have the independence that you want, and this job can't create that for you, this choice that you make is going to put you in a place where you can. So it's going to restore your faith in your ability to do exactly what you desire, which is to become more independent, more abundant in general. I just feel like I want to say hold your own. All right, so the Wheel of Fortune with the Justice in reverse. And then we have the Nine of Wands. So at times it may feel like you've been dredging. I giggle at this because I can just envision somebody with their mud boots on, dredging through the mud, because that's exactly what he's doing. He's moving away from all of those things. It's like you've worked through so much, and now you're just taking with you the things that are most important and most valuable to you and beyond. So if you feel like that's something you've been really trying to get through, the near future is saying you're there. Once you make this shift, it's like you can leave all of that stuff behind you. You don't have to carry it with you anymore. You just don't. It's not that weight on your shoulders like the 10 of Wands. It's actually the reverse. It's not like it's led from the 9 to the 10 where he's carrying them all. This is, I'm leaving these behind because I just want to focus on this particular thing. I don't really want to carry all these different things with me. I need to release it. It's very freeing. And that's also part of the change that brings the balance. All right, so let's look at the Justice with the Page of Swords in reverse. And then you get the King of Pentacles. There you are. And I feel like this is your energy. Could it be somebody else? Absolutely. But where you shut down the imbalances, that's when something shows up. Not only do you embody that type of energy, when you leave all this behind, you become more stable, more structured, more independent, all of those beautiful things that he embodies. Now, this could also mean that you make that shift and that attracts that type of energy towards you. So for those of you that are looking for someone, something's going to shift in the next couple of weeks, probably the next couple of months, and it's going to bring this energy towards you. Because the better you feel and the quicker you can make decisions about things, the quicker those energies that have what you embody and what you desire, the quicker they can come towards you. All right, so I think we've covered everything we need to in this. I'm going to go ahead and clear these cards, and we will get into the person that's on your mind. So think about them for just a moment while I clear these, and we'll see which one pops up. Okay, on the top. So the Two of Wands is going to be a major focus for the next 10 days. What's in reverse? What doesn't serve you? What doesn't have a future needs to go. It's time to release it, whether it be energetically, if it's just something, a feeling, a perception, a person, a job, anything that is holding you back that doesn't have a future, it's time to release it. Okay, so let's look at you and your person. What's going on for Pisces and their person, please? All right. So your person's energy is the King of Wands in reverse with the Death card, the Queen of Wands, and then we have the Ten of Cups. Okay. I just shuffled these cards and this came out. You may be dealing with another water sign because I think this came out almost identically or very similar with Cancer, at least these three cards. So there's, in your person's eyes, they, how do I explain this? I will in one second when I get your cards down, but I feel like they feel almost less than. Like you shine and they don't feel like they level are on the same level as you. All right, so your energy is the Seven of Pentacles in reverse with the Two of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, and then Justice in the upright. So the overall energy for the two of you is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. If things have not changed, if you sense that this person has flipped a switch on you and has held back, has just not been really upfront, something is shifting and changing, but they just don't feel like they measure up. That's the word that I want to say. But see how she's looking at the Ten of Cups. So I think there's a part of you that's hoping that this person will realize that you really do feel like the two of you are a great match. This is a happily ever after type of card. It's being really joyful and just abundant within the relationship. A lot of love. I do sense that there may be a little bit of holding back from your person. It could be that they have, I don't just want to talk about childhood wounds all the time, but in this case, I feel like they do have a tendency to hold back, probably out of fear. So the Death card seems to be shifting something in their energy, and that's what's making them want to be a better person for you. All right, so your energy is the Seven of Pentacles in reverse with the Two of Cups. You just don't want to wait for somebody to see things the way that you do. The Three of Pentacles is people coming together. You're like, okay, if we can get this together and find not just balance, but really an understanding of who we are. There doesn't need to be anybody else from the exterior, like third party energies, being involved in this and trying to create any kind of imbalance. The Justice card says that it can come to a place where the two of you really get each other and have an understanding of how to come together and make this work. It can be about celebration and recognition and things like that. I just feel like your energy is tired of waiting for somebody to get it. So even if they feel less than, there's nothing you can do to make them feel better, right? They have to feel that way within. It doesn't come from another person. If you're seeking that from another person, you're never going to feel good enough, right? You have to feel that way yourself, and then you feel good within a relationship. Now, if a person does something really awful, which I don't think this person has necessarily, yeah, of course, that can make you feel a little shitty. And then you recognize, okay, this is some kind of a lesson for me, but I don't feel like that's what it is. They just need to realize that you see them a certain way and they need to see themselves that way first before the two of you can actually make things work where there's balance. All right, let me shuffle this one more time. This is for Pisces. Okay, it says express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. There's a lot about romance and romantic feelings. Flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. And then deception. Someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. If you feel that way, all I feel like it is that person has more feelings for you than they may have let on. And they just don't know how to express it. And I think that's about to change. Now, the last card is religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So it could be that you guys are in a different place. Maybe you have started to grow spiritually, if you will, and that person's a little intimidated by that. Maybe they don't know how to be a part of that aspect of your life. I just think the two of you can actually come together. It feels like it will. I do feel the bumps in the road, but I don't sense that there's a massive shift. Like if you're with this person now, I do think that things can work themselves out as long as this person comes to a place of, self-love and not feeling less than. All right, so let's see what the advice is. This is for Pisces. Okay, so the advice is, well, I'd say be patient, but it's in the reverse. It's saying impatience, I think, can be a little bit difficult. And if you're losing it, that could be telling you something. So maybe a need for a little bit more patience while things come together and stabilize with the King of Pentacles in reverse. Getting over some of those internal battles, like I said about your person, I feel like once they get over that, then things can start. But for right now, I think the advice is to allow this person to do what they have to do and work on themselves. And if they can show you that they've come to this place, then things can actually end up balancing out with the Justice card. All right. Let's look at the Lover's Oracle. This is for Pisces. Okay, this feels right. It says emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. If that's the case and you're misunderstanding where this person's coming from, hopefully this helps you see that this is the energy I'm picking up on. I don't think it's that they're doing it intentionally to hurt you. I just think they have their own insecurities. New beginning, a new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. I love that. That's the perfect card to clarify everything we talked about in the reading. Something new that's coming about, this new you, a new version of you. Whatever it is, I think you're going to go full on come the new year and really start off on a great foot. It could be as well that this is going to shift and you're going to see how things can be much more stable. It says trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. Perfect. All right. Last but not least, let's get a couple of cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle. Let me shuffle this one more time. This is for Pisces. Okay, that's the way they wanted to cut. So here we go. So round and round, you could feel like that. Again, this card came out for Cancer, so you could be dealing with a Cancer. I will go through the signs really quickly that are popping up in this. We have Libra, Gemini, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, definitely a Scorpio energy, and Leo, Sag, and Aries. Those are the strongest ones. So the round and round could be saying that you are tired of that and then come to the edge. It's like, I don't want to do this anymore. I just want to get to the end of whatever this is, close it out, or let's start fresh. And then we have tick-tock. Remember I said you could be losing patience. In this case, if you have it and you want to wait and see if this transforms the way I think it will, I do believe that it's going to happen. So we were saying with that one card, it's like, be happy about where things are right now and just allow them to happen the way they are meant to. They'll unfold for you naturally. So it's being in the energy of right now, which can be really tough. But when you do it, it really does relax the body and the mind. Because tomorrow isn't here, yesterday can't be changed, and I know that's so redundant, but all we really have is right now. So enjoy it. Be in the present moment awareness is what it is. Be in the moment if you can. So there's a lot of threes showing up. 333 could be something you commonly see on the clock, or it pops up in your awareness. Yeah, threes are big for you guys. The 25th is going to be something important to someone as well. And then we have go the distance. So this reduces to an 11. This can also be a twin flame or really strong soul bond that I pick up on. And that's why you want to go the distance with this person, because you feel such a draw or connection to them. And being there through these changes could be something really profound on the other side of it. Okay, my loves, that was your reading. I hope that this helped. Thank you so much again for all your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. If you'd like the personal, that is in the description box below the video or in my about section. Have an amazing 10 days, and I will see you in the next one. Lots of love. Take care.